This is another episode of me documenting the day-to-day process that I am taking to achieve long-term consistency in the financial market, and I finally did it. Finally. If you saw my YouTube, if you saw my recent post, I finally passed the top step eval. Let's go see it real quick. Go check it out. Boom, there we go. So I finally did it. And this moment is really surreal for me. I mean, those of you who've been keeping up with the channel, you know all the bullshit that I've been going through recently. Since I came back on YouTube back in June, I think it was, I've been posting consistently every single fucking session, every single trade, every single lesson, every single failure, and I just keep moving forward, baby. And I just keep getting better. I told you guys in every fucking video, I do a daily process and I get better by default as a result. And you can see the results here. Here we are. I've passed the eval. I've done it. And now I'm at a point where I know, just do the same shit. I've been telling you guys this. I've literally been telling you guys this. Just do the same fucking thing. Once you have created a language that makes sense to you, you create a language that makes the market make sense to you, all you do is the same thing over and over again. And if you follow the daily process that I've been showing you guys, you get better by default. If you take this shit seriously with intention and you do the right things, you can progress at a very, very fast rate. There's a lot of changes that I made starting in June that I was not doing before that really accelerated my growth. That's why I named it Rebuild June 2025, because I started from scratch. It was a rebuild. And here we are. One process, one model, one way of doing things, and here we fucking are. We passed the fucking eval. And now the next step is payout. And I'm extremely confident that I'm going to get payout. I told you guys when I started the eval, I was going to pass the eval. Now I'm telling you guys that I'm going to take a payout, and I'm going to take a payout. This is it. And this moment is extremely surreal for me. So I'm going to physical therapy because I got some bullshit going on in my foot. But on the way home, I was literally crying uncontrollably because I've been working for this for so fucking long. Like this is years in the making. This is everything. I've dedicated my life to this shit. This is my passion. This is my heart. This is a piece of me. I've given this everything. I've burned all the ships. I've burned all the bridges. I've given myself no choice but to make trading work no matter what. I have no other option. But this is where my heart is at, and this is what I love doing. And that's what makes every day special. That's what makes the journey fulfilling, because this is what I love doing. And here we are. The results are showing. The results are fucking showing. After all the grind, after all the suffering, after all the sacrifice, I mean, just the shit that I've been through recently. Girlfriend left me. Going back to the summer, I had to I had to fake a fucking internship because it came down to the point where I wasn't making money trading and I had no choice but to get an internship or get kicked out of my house. So I made a chess move, told my entire family I was taking an internship, showed them the job offer that I actually got, and I never fucking took it. I moved to my grandparents, and what did I do instead? For the first 2 weeks I stayed at my grandparents, I went to the coffee shop every fucking day and I traded, told them that I was going to my internship. I ain't doing no fucking internship. What the fuck? Who do you think I am? This is where my heart's at. I'm not doing anything else. And the fact that it came down to me almost having to do something else other than trading, that broke me. That broke me. I remember having dinner with my girlfriend, and it was coming down to it. I was not making money trading. This was before the start of the summer. I was not making money trading. We were having dinner together, and I was telling her what it was coming down to. Like, I might actually have to get an internship, or I can go do door-to-door sales, some other bullshit that I did back in January. And I didn't know which one to do. And I literally broke down crying in front of her at the dinner table, walked off, sat down on this bench in her backyard. She followed me there, was there for me. And it came down to that. Made the chess move, moved out, never did the internship. I mean, you wouldn't fucking believe the amount of shit that I've had to go through to get to this point. crazy, bro. Crazy. So as I was saying earlier, driving back home from PT, man, I just broke down crying. Like literally, just uncontrollably. Because as I'm driving home, I'm thinking like I passed the fucking eval and I've been working for this for so long. I have sacrificed everything for this. I have given everything to this thing. And it's finally working. It's finally working. So I literally just broke down uncontrollably crying. Couldn't help it. And what made me cry was just what was flashing through my mind was all the hours, all the work that I put in, all the sacrifice, everything that I've been through, all the suffering that I've gone through mentally to get me to this point. All that was just flashing through my mind, just images. And it was just me viewing myself from like a 3D perspective, like me just seeing myself sitting here at the desk just fucking grinding away and just all the things that I've been through day in, day out. It's just so crazy. It's just so crazy. It's an unreal feeling. It's an unreal feeling. And boy, does it feel fucking good. It feels so good. But this is literally just the beginning. This is just passing the eval. This is not even making any money. But this is the first step. This is the first step. And this is literally just the beginning. Speechless. I'm speechless, guys. I'm literally speechless. You guys who've been watching me, you know all the bullshit that I've been going through, and I've been putting it out there every single day, just sitting here with a fucking microphone and a camera and just talking. And here we are. It's crazy. It's so crazy. I'm speaking shit into existence. That's how you gotta be. But the only way you can do that is if your words have action behind them. I could say all this, but it wouldn't mean shit if I never did anything. You know I show up every single day without fail. You know I do my process every day. You know I'm waking up early every single day. You know I'm working all day, every day, every single day. It's the consistency that has gotten me to this point, and the discipline, and the focus. I mean, I'm thinking about this today. I let fucking nothing knock me down. Man, I've been through so much bullshit. Nothing has been able to stop me. Nothing has been able to fucking stop me. I'm unbreakable. You can't stop this fucking train. You can't. I keep going no matter what. The worst pain I've ever felt. 2 Fridays ago. 6-year relationship gone. You still can't stop me. You still can't stop this shit. And I'm just going to keep getting better. And I'm just going to keep getting better and keep getting better and keep getting better and keep getting better. That's it. This is my life. This is my life of fulfillment. And nobody can tell me to live it any other way. It's my life by design. That is how you have to be thinking. Take control, bro. Take fucking control of your life. Be in control. Sit behind the wheel of your life. Be the captain of your ship. Control your fucking mind. Dedicate your life to one thing. Your passion. Where is your heart at? What do you want to do? Dedicate your life to it. Give it your all. Show up every day for it. Show up every day for yourself. Okay? How I've been feeling recently because of this breakup, I've been disrespecting myself because I'm just doing the bare minimum. I'm just trading and making a YouTube video and doing a market review and doing my daily review. That's it. But even then, most of you motherfuckers don't even do that. My bare minimum is probably what you're not even willing to do. And that's the difference between me and you. It's just simply, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to show up for yourself? Are you willing to put in the fucking work that it takes to get to this point? Because what I do, I can repeat. That's why I'm so confident. Because I've spent the time to build a foundation, a strong, solid foundation, where I know exactly what the fuck I'm looking for. I know exactly what time it's coming. I know exactly what I'm going to target. I know exactly where my stop loss is going to go. I know exactly how I'm going to frame that narrative. I'm going to know exactly what the market criteria looks like and how that's likely to set up, how the market's likely to set up after 9:30 because of that. It's a process. Everything is defined. It's regimented. And the market's just running on my script. That's it. Literally. Most of you motherfuckers are worried about passing a top step eval in 2 days when you don't even know what the fuck your trade model is. You don't even know how you arrive at a bias. You don't even know what your market approach is. You're not even reviewing your trades. You're not even journaling your trades. And you want to go out there and pass a top step eval in a week. This took me, how long did it take me? Shit. Yep, session is over. Mom just got home. All right, the app session was cut short, but let's just go into the daily review now. So view my day. Today is Thursday, October 16th, 2025. Net P&L, $808.01. So first thing I do, optimal market approach. Now, before I move forward, everything that I do is integrated into TradeZilla. I have an entire process, a daily process from pre-market to intraday to post-market to even a goal progression analysis, and then my post-market analysis finally, which is just after the market. And everything is integrated into TradeZilla. It's one clean system. Everything I do is here, even my weekly and monthly reviews. So if you're interested in making the investment in your trading, you can use the link in my description and code INVEST for like 20% off, whatever. So if you want to do that, go ahead. If you don't, cool. But first thing that I note, how am I feeling? Confident in my plan? No doubts. So I'm not looking to be a buyer at all, only looking to be a seller. It's a high probability sell day. What playbook am I executing? My bearish premium gap opening setup, meaning the market has a gap up opening, and I'm looking for it to trade up, make a new high today, fail at the high day, then flush and fill that gap. So look at these. These are spot on because I've created a language that makes the market make sense to me, and I'm just repeating the same things over and over again. So higher time frame narrative. Based on how yesterday closed on the daily and the accumulation of sells occurring, I can anticipate a drive above PDH to fail inside of the daily CIBI, also the daily CISD. I'm spotting the accumulation of sells followed by a large drop. Today they could finally pull the plug on another drive higher. So if we look at the daily time frame, note how we have a drive above the previous candle's high here, but where does the candle close? Below it, much below it, right? This is a down close candle. Following thing, on the next candle, market trades up, takes previous candle's high, but closes below it, right? So this is indicating two things to me. Number one, the market's in more of a consolidation condition in the near term. And I'm noting the consolidation condition in the near term because of how Monday trade. Is this Monday or is this Tuesday? This is Tuesday. Tuesday swept both sides of the previous day range, which is Monday, closed inside that range. Wednesday essentially did the same thing, taking the high but failing to break out from that, closing back inside the range. So in the near term, the condition is consolidation. You can see I'm noting that right here, consolidation. So on the 4 hour, again, spotting sell accumulation, so I'm watching for a large down move after a run above Wednesday high. If you look at the edge that the market is creating here, right, notice how each time the market makes a new high, it's followed by this down move. And the sell accumulation is indicated on the daily time frame, how we're taking the previous candle's high, but we're closing below it. That's bearish. To me, that's an indication of smart money sell accumulation. And then if we look below the market price, we can see that there is nothing for price to grab onto and climb higher here, right? Look at this smooth edge that it's creating. Do you see any strong discount array from the overnight session that the market could drop down into and trade higher? Do you see anything? No, we see this nice, clean, smooth edge. So not only do we have sell accumulation, we have sell side creation. So I'm kind of getting this new way of viewing the market, this new interpretation of reading the market where I can spot the accumulation of sells and longs, and I can also spot the creation of buy side and sell side liquidity. So again, nothing for price to grab onto, anticipating a sell side low resistance liquidity run after a drive above PDH, again, because I'm noting the accumulation of sells. Each time we're driving above a candle's high, fall back inside the range, take previous day's high, fall back inside that range, close back inside the range, again, indicated by the daily time frame, right? So now finally on the 15-minute, again, just carrying the narrative down from the higher time frame, spotting sell accumulation. So I'm watching for a large down move after a run above Wednesday high. And then look at the take profits that I'm noting in here. Again, nothing for price to grab onto, anticipating sell side low resistance liquidity run after a drive above PDH. So not only do I see sell accumulation on the higher time frame, if I go to the 15-minute time frame, I see the same thing. Look at this edge that we're creating in the market. And notice how each time we drive above a previous high, we start to fail. And that's what creates this edge. Look at the consecutive drives on buy side that we have. This is smart money accumulating sell positions. And then if you look below the market price, is there any solid discount array for the market to grab onto? No, there is not. Look at this edge in price. Very clean, very smooth. So as we're opening up high on the day, and majority of traders see the move that we made in the overnight session. We're up in the overnight session. Oh my God, it's bullish. It looks bullish, right? Oh my God, so bullish. I am a contrarian. I play contrary to what the market looks like it's going to do. If we open high on the day and the market looks bullish because of what we did in the overnight session, you better believe that I'm looking to sell that shit. So I'm just annotating my take profits in here. TP1 at these relative equal lows, low hanging fruit. TP2 would be a gap fill mixed with the new day opening gaps. So it's a strong draw. We have two PD arrays in one area. And really, we have the daily Sibi low in that area as well. And then finally, TP3 Asia low. And then if we do get the crack today, I'm taking it to PDL, and we did. And we took it to PDL for TP4. Although I didn't need to carry it down there. I just needed to fund the eval and have the eval completed. That's all I was looking for. So now you know what I was looking for going to the open. Now, what did I actually end up taking? Let's pull it up. Session recordings. Okay. So you can see my annotations, sell accumulation. This is way too far into the video. Okay. First trade that I take. As you guys know, I'm looking for a drive above previous day high to fail, right? So first, let's know what's going on initially in the morning session. Look at my live trading check-in to get an idea of what I was thinking intraday and why I didn't sell the first drop. So at 9:41, you can see right here, I am not convinced in the break lower from here. I think this is a trap luring in early sellers before they make the run on PDH. They're taking both sides of the range. Very dangerous. Move is coming later in the AM session, probably 10 o'clock or later. I want to see the daily SIBI left open. So at 9:41, and this is 9:44, I'm seeing this drive above the PM buy side, the pre-market buy side, but it does not take previous daily high. And what did I state in my plan? I want to see a drive above previous daily high. So if it doesn't do that, then I'm not interested in engaging it because we came just shy of previous daily high. We didn't take it. We fell back inside the range. So for me, there's still a strong reason for the market to want to draw up here. And I'm looking for it to engage PDH and then reverse. I don't want to see it leave that level intact because that's just a reason for the market to draw back up there. Now we have priming of buy-side liquidity. We came shy of previous day high, but then we turned away from it. So other traders see that as, oh, we are entering this area of resistance because this is where we formed a daily high yesterday, and now we're turning away from that. We're going lower. So what is this doing? Luring shorts into the marketplace. I'm seeing this move. I'm not thinking it's the real move. I'm thinking this is a fake run lower because we did not take PDH. And what do you know it is, right? Then we see a strong drive above PDH. Then we see immediate displacement. And that's why I'm not even thinking. I'm not hesitating. I'm placing my sell and limit order on. Now I could have gotten the optimal fill if I just let go of the limit sell order and set it there like a second earlier, but it ends up just leaving. So I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just taking it. Never ends up getting that. Now the reason that I sell this short the market here is because sometimes when the market breaks lower at 9:30, we have this characteristic in price right here. Look at this candle and this candle. When the market suddenly breaks lower at 9:30, we have this large down candle. And the following candle will trade up. It will begin to rebalance that candle's range, but fail and then close near its low. And then the following candles just dump. And then we leave this imbalance, but we never come back and fill it, and the market just leaves. I can show you literally a trade example of where that happened. And that was last Thursday. Caught a nice sell on Thursday. I believe it was this. So I'll show you guys exactly what I was looking for. It's just pattern recognition. This is just something that I've seen before, right? This is literally the same pattern, correct? Large down candle, falling candle trades up, tries to rebalance that, closes near its low. We never fill that gap. We just roll over and leave. So that's what I was kind of anticipating to happen here. That's why I had no problem selling the market here. But we did actually end up selling that gap because of what they did in the morning session initially. They just kept this thing hanging around. They refused to let it drop. They refused to let it drop until they beat all of the shorts out of the marketplace, until they absolutely fried the confidence of anybody who was trying to sell this thing. Because if we look at what actually ends up happening, so this trade actually ends up coming back to stop me out. Right, so I stop out on this trade. Now, one thing that I did here that I never do before, I was extremely confident in the market breaking lower here. I was so confident in the market breaking lower here. Once we did rebalance to that gap, I have to play it back a bit. Once we did rebalance to this gap right here, this inefficiency right here, you'll see how it just stabs up into that really, really suddenly, and then it flips. So At one point, this is a bold face up close candle. Now I'm anticipating this gap to stay open, right? So my stop loss does not have to go at the candle to the fair value gap. If I'm anticipating this to stay open, why would it have to go at the high there? It does not. If this trade's going to work, this gap's going to stay open. I know that. I've seen this before. It's just market experience. So this candle suddenly flips after rebalancing to that gap, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, this is so bearish. We are going lower. I add to my position. This is how confident I was in this sell. And I believe the reason I added to my position was influenced by the fact that I was trying to pass the eval and just trying to get out of the evaluation phase, right? So add to the contract there, and that ends up making this a fat fucking loss, like a really, really fat loss, probably the largest loss that I've ever taken on the account. But I still closed the day up. Why is that? Why is that? Well, you have to be tolerable of loss. You have to be resilient to your loss. So I take a $280 loss on that trade, right? Boom. $280 loss. Now the market trades up again. I'm thinking, okay, what the fuck is going on here? We sat in this consolidation, dropped, took data low, displaced back inside the range. Are we bullish today? Are we bearish today? I'm not really sure. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with it. What I do know is that anybody who's trying to short this is not having a good time. And now at this point in time, it looks bullish, right? It looks really bullish at this point in time. Because now we have dropped down, cleared these lows. Now we have a strong move back inside the range. And then this sudden displacement, this is not a good trade at all. This trade should not be taken at all. I should have only taken 2 trades today. But this sudden displacement right here, what I'm thinking is the market's forming an intermediate term high. And an intermediate term high is just simply a short term high with a lower short term high to the left and right of it. So I'm looking at this swing point formed, this swing point formed here, and this swing point formed here. With this displacement, I'm thinking we could form an intermediate term high, leave this high intact, and then break lower from here. So it's not a terrible idea, right? But I'm not 100% confident in it. I'm really, really lacking conviction in it. This is one of those trades where I can't really decide if I should take it or not, and I just leave the risk out there, and I just let myself get tagged in. So this ends up being a stop out as well. Now fast forward to trade 3, where I actually do catch it. Now, I'm going to explain a lesson that I learned. I go to my lessons from Tuesday, okay? The reason I was able to have a really, really good day on Tuesday was because I was not scared to put risk on, and I trusted my plan. I had conviction of my plan, was not scared to put risk on. Now, what happened Wednesday? Wednesday, I had the right read on price. I timed the move properly. I just barely got stopped out. But because my reaction to that loss was shitty, I got so frustrated with myself that I took that loss, that I just took myself out of the session mentally. Now I'm no longer trading. I know I'm not in the right mental state to trade. I was so frustrated. I was like hitting myself and shit. Okay. I've taken myself out of the session mentally. I'm done. Because I reacted to that loss in such a shitty way, now I missed the opportunity that was actually presented when the market does offer the move that I was looking for. So because I was not resilient to the loss that I took myself out of the marketplace before the market did give me the opportunity to sell that. So here I am, down 2 losses on the day, but I am extremely, extremely, extremely confident in my plan. And I know what's going on. Okay, I'm thinking like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? They still have not let this thing break lower. If we look at my intraday thought process analysis, this is the wrong day. Let me go back. Let's go to the daily journal. All right, let's go to intraday check-ins. So at 10:20, they're being extremely tedious with it, so I know something big is coming. They're making it very difficult to be a part of this. Note the way that I'm thinking. I can see through the bullshit. I can see source code. But this is crazy because one of the biggest lessons today is when you see the market different through the lens of how are traders feeling and who is getting fucked, meaning how are most traders probably reading the market right now? What do they think of the market right now, and who has just been taken out of the marketplace? So a huge lesson is the harder they make it to be a part of the move, the more rewarding it'll be. To analyze that, I had to think in terms of who is getting fucked and what are traders thinking. I see how many times we had a sudden down move to entice shorts, but they all got overlapped and they just refused to drop it. I know sellers have got wrecked, as I did, and lose faith in the idea of lower prices. When it leaves the consolidation range after they refuse to drop it, I know everyone is thinking longs. This was a very difficult move to be a part of. but it was extremely rewarding because of how difficult it was to be a part of. So if we look at what the market did and how it actually ended up playing out, okay, look at this. Look at this consolidation that we had for the first hour of trading. Literally for the entire first hour of trading, we just had a consolidation. We didn't really do anything. But look how many times we had a sudden drop lower and how many times that just immediately got overlapped. Traded up here, took the buy side here, sudden drop lower. You know there's some people selling this. There is traders selling this. They get stopped out. Another sudden drop. Boom. There is traders selling this, as I was. They get stopped out. Now a third time. There is traders selling this. They get stopped out again. So anybody who's trying to be bearish here, there's been 3 times where they just got their shit rocked 3 times now. 3 times shorts have now been stopped out. They're making it really, really, really hard to be a part of this move. And then if we look to the flip side, we just fell into this consolidation. We had a consolidation, and we left the consolidation range higher. What does that look like? It looks bullish, right? But I'm not looking to be a buyer today. So now you have people buying the breakout of the consolidation range thinking, oh, we're going to higher. New all-time high, new all-time high. And I'm thinking, okay, shorts just got fucked 3 times. Everybody thinks this is going higher. We just left the consolidation range. I still have conviction in my plan. And based on this sudden shift that I see in the accumulation of sells on the 1-minute time frame, like before we have any move, look what it does to the downside as well, right? What I was pointing out earlier, these consecutive drives lower. Once, twice, 3 times. Higher. Accumulation of longs. It's even seen here on a micro scale. Once, twice, shift. So this is just an anomaly that I've noticed. It just repeats over and over and over again. So I'm seeing this. I'm looking at the accumulation of sells. I mean, if you go to the 15-second time frame, right? If you lower it, you can kind of see the accumulation of sells going on, right? Swing point here, drove above it, closed below it. Drove above that swing point here, closed below it. It's the same thing that we see on the daily time frame, but on the lower time frame on a 15-second chart. Because markets are fractal, right? What we see on the higher time frame, you're gonna see the same signature on the lower time frame showing the same things with the same results, the same outcome, the same behaviors and price. So finally, after shorts are just obliterated, longs are enticed into the market. What do? Pull the plug like that. So now my execution here, slide lower, and I'm not even thinking. I am not even fucking thinking. I see what I see. Now, other things that confirm this trade for me. If we look at the previous 50-minute range, it opened with no lower wick. There's no lower wick on that candle. The market tends to draw back to these levels, okay? This is not a PD array that ICT has mentioned. This is just something that I've seen happens repeatedly. When we have candles that open with no lower wick, we tend to draw back to that. It's the same thing that happened yesterday. Look what we have here, 10 o'clock. No lower wick, right? What happens? Come back to it. So this is something that I would definitely want to see if I'm bearish on the day, right? Same thing here, drive up, okay? Also on the hourly time frame, I'm noting how as we approach the close of the 10 o'clock candle, the 10 o'clock candle on the hourly time frame closes at 11 o'clock, right? And the following one opens, the 11 o'clock candle opens. I'm noting how it drives up, and then we start to pull back under the daily SIBI. So now I'm thinking, okay, this 10 o'clock candle is probably still going to respect the daily SIBI. We could potentially still break lower. Now, if you look at the 50-minute time frame, look at all the sell side that we have generated below these lows. Just nice and clean, sitting there, perfect. I'm seeing this shit and I'm thinking, bro, we are not moving away from that. We're not just going to leave that behind. We are going back there. We are fucking going back there, okay? Know what the market is drawing for. Know where the liquidity is. Know where the liquidity has been removed. I know all the shorts got fucked. I know everyone's thinking to be a buyer. I'm seeing sell side below, and it's extremely clear and it's extremely obvious. And this is one of my playbooks. This is my best performing playbook. As you can tell, look at this shit. This is my best performing playbook, and I'm extremely comfortable with it. The only reason that I'm able to execute at this level is because I'm extremely comfortable with this playbook specifically. So look at my reaction time, bro. I don't even think. I know what I see. This is a sell. And keep in mind, the drawdown that I went in before I took that trade, I was down $425 intraday. My biggest loss incurred consecutively ever. But I shake it off. Resilience. The best traders are the best losers. Now, the old version of me would have taken this $425 loss intraday and just fell apart. Literally, just emotionally fell apart. I would have sat like a little fucking bitch. I would have sulked on it. I would have lamented on it. And I would have thought about how hard trading is. And I would have thought about how far off I am from passing the eval, getting to where I want to be. And I would have been a little bitch. Me now realizes and knows the best traders are the best losers. If I want to be the best trader, I have to be extremely resilient to the losses that I take. So I take 2 fat ass losses intraday. I'm still confident in myself. I still see it. And again, for a third time, I'm not even fucking thinking about it. Bro, I'm getting in there. You can see how fast I pop that sell limit order in there. I spot the accumulation of shorts. Even on the 1 minute time frame, we have a sudden crack lower. And I'm thinking, try it again, bro. Try it again. And what do you know? Ping the high a day. That's it. Now, at this point in time, I am so fucking confident that this thing's going to break lower. I don't even take partials. I know where we're going. I know where the market's going. I don't need to take partials. I have 100% confident that we are going here, here, and here. And we do. All I need, though, is a little drive below PDS, previous day settlement, to do a gap fill to pass the eval and just hit that 3K profit target. So that's all I went for. Nothing else. That's it. So then I just chill in the trade and I know where it's going. Literally. You can see I draw. We are now on the sell side of the curve in the market maker sell model. Zoom out a bit. You can clearly see that now we're on the sell side of the curve. This is obviously a market maker sell model. We've had a smart money reversal. Look at the overlap that we had here. Strong inefficiency up, inefficiency back down. I don't want to see this traded to. It's better if it gets left open. If it gets left open, we're extremely bearish. If it can't even trade back up to a premium array and offer premium prices, we are extremely bearish. We are extremely heavy. So then I just chill. Literally, I just fucking chill. I just go to the higher time frame, zoom out. I know we're on the sell side of the curve, and it just delivers. So there you go. That's it. Now, a couple caveats to this. I did break my rule. I did so willingly and knowing that I was going to. Because I was going to journal this intraday, but I should have. I broke my 2 trade limit rule. I was willing to do so. I was not going to walk away with how confident I was in the sell and how obvious it was to me. I knew it was coming at some point in time. I may adjust the rule to 3 losses. So I had a day recently where I took 2 losses, but then the move happened after that. And I never give myself to execute that move because I'm 2 and out before it even plays out. I've executed 2 losses in the first 5 minutes of market open. So that was on Friday. The move that I'm looking for comes later, right? You can see that I was selling short on the day. And the short came later. That's when we had that huge fucking drop on Friday. And I was this close to taking a 3rd trade, but I have that rule in place. Today, I didn't let it slide. Today, I deliberately broke that rule because I am extremely confident in the market going lower. I know we're going lower. I take it. So I may adjust that rule and it may be for better or for worse, but I will never know. And I don't know until I try it, right? So we'll see. So $400 in drawdown intraday because I added to the position, pyramided that, and then that just basically added on top of the loss. But I'm able to come back. Why? Because I know what the market's reaching for. I trust my model. I trust my plan. I have conviction in it. I just follow through with it and I just execute on it. And that's it. It's extremely simple, guys. Create a language that makes the market make sense to you and just repeat that. That's it. So here we are onto the XFA. And I mean, look at the P&L, right? This is what consistency looks like. This is not 2 days of trading. This is not, let me see how fast I can pass the eval. This is not that. This is real trading. This is following a system with rules and logic behind every move. It's all predetermined. It's all pre-planned to the best of my ability. So there you go. That's it for this one. This is a longer one. If you guys do appreciate the longer videos, let me know in the comments because I know some of you guys actually get a lot of value out of these videos, and I've had some comments where I'm helping you change the way you trade for the better. So I just want to put as much value as I can into these videos. You can pick up on it, absorb that shit, and use it to make you a better trader. That's why I'm doing this shit. So talk to you guys tomorrow with the first session on the XFA.